Hey guys, so future Jaden here. I made the video, uploaded it, and then I realized that the what I did does not seem to work with the Legends Flashback, the Sega Legends Flashback here. So far, I have only been able to get it to work with the Atari Flashback X. So follow along if you are doing the Atari Flashback X. So far, I have not been able to find a way to get the Legends Flashback to work as well. So, just, I want to make sure you guys know that before you put all of that effort into it for nothing. So, but anyways, without further ado, enjoy the video.
Hey guys, how's it going? So, I decided I'm going to make a video because I didn't see a single person who made a video on how to make custom themes for the Atari Flashback X, and so I have a way that I found to make my own. And so, if you go into the link in the description, it will take you to this place, okay? An archive site created by me that has a Atari Flashback X custom theme. It will work just fine with the Legends flashbacks, so don't worry about that. If you do not have custom firmware on either one of them, then you're gonna have to get that sorted. But if you have the Atari 2600 and you do not have it modded, you actually, right here, you have everything you need. You download the Atari 2600.rar file, and there is going to be a readme there. And you're just going to want to follow along with that and then come back afterwards. But if you are trying to create your own theme or you want to use my own, which here you go, this is my theme. And here is the original theme. And personally, I feel like it is a massive improvement. And so if you download the 2600.rar, you already will have my theme put on. So if you are cool with my theme, just there you go. You're done. It will have custom music. I just have it muted purely because it is copyrighted. And so I did not want to deal with any hassles of showing it right now. But so yeah, all you gotta do is if you do not have the Atari 2600.rar, just download emulator.rar and it will get you this. All right, load it up, and inside of it is just going to have an emulator folder. That's it. All right, and so you're going to want to put in your USB or micro SD card into your computer now, and then once it loads up, just go ahead and click on it and load it up. And you want to just grab and drag and drop your emulator folder into your USB drive. All right. Right on the root of it. I'm not going to do it just because I don't want it to mess with any files that I already set up. And so just, yeah, go ahead and drag and drop it. If it says it's going to overwrite any files, just say yes. And then here is where the fun begins of creating your own theme. If once again, if you're okay with my theme and you just wanted it to not be what it was before, then you're done. Just enjoy. But if you now want to create your own, whether you want to make a just a goofy one and just make it some meme system, you could do that very easily here. But so all you're gonna want to do is load up emulator, then res. And then here it is going to have three folders. We're going to do audio first. So if you're wanting to make custom music or get download music for this, then here you go. So BGM, that is background music. And these are going to be just like noises of, that is just the, moving of the cursor. And I guess, nope, that's just one. But either way, Now, what we're going to want to do is find a song of choice. I'm just going to do in some copyright free stuff. You know me. Uh, and that's all I'm going to do. Now, you're going to want to just grab your song that you just got and you want to compare it. So, personally, I am going to be doing BGM, background music. If you want to go through and get some different noises for, your cursor moving, you can do that. It is the exact same except for some slight tweaks, which I will tell you along the way. But first off, you want to go over and click on BGM and go into properties, and you want to go to whatever song you want, and you want to compare details, and you want to make sure the bit rate and sample rate, if that shows, is the exact same. So you want to have it mimic what BGM is. So since this one is 320, that's not good. If you throw it on there now, it is going to sound weird and kind of staticky. It doesn't sound right because it is not meant for that type of bit rate. So what you are going to want to do now is download Audacity. All right. Go ahead and download that and just load it up. Once you have it loaded up, you're going to want to grab your song of choice and just drag and drop it on there. And then you can do whatever edits you want. If you want to make it louder or quieter, you can. There is nothing wrong with doing that. So once you do whatever edits you want, then you can just go over to File, Export Audio, and then change it to OGG file. It has to be OGG. And you want to just come here and change your sample rate to 44,100. Editor Jaden here. So I noticed that at this point, if you are doing either the cursor moving or the change page sound effects, you will not do the same bit rate, all right? It is going to be 705, so you need to recreate 705. So once you get to the extracting, just come over here and just change the sample rate to other and then make it into 705. All right. And then that's it. And you're going to make it not OGG, you're going to make it WAV. That is all. And enjoy the video. 100 hertz. And then there you go. Then you click on export, and then this is not going to come up for you. This is just going to come up for me. But just there you go. And if you are like me and suck at finding stuff like that, just go back to File, Export Audio, Export to PC, and then Browse is right there. And so you're going to want to drag and drop it into your audio here. And you're going to want to delete your BGM. All right. Delete it. And you're going to want to rename this to BGM, all capitals. There you go. And so after that, this is what the finished product will look like with the music. So there you go. So you can see the music is functioning. So now what you're going to want to do is put your SD card back in and go into emulator once again, RES. And if you want to make more edits to the audio, go ahead and do that. But now I'm going to show you how to do images. So images, load it up, and then scroll down, and you're going to want to change like BKG launcher. This is my custom photo. You're going to want to do that for a couple of them. This one, not so much. I couldn't get that one to work, but you're going to want to put these on your photo on multiple of these. So you got to take that into mind that they all are going to be different photos here. Like these are all going to be for different locations on it, and so you're going to want to make it so it looks good on regardless of what your background is going to look like at that point. But so next you're going to want to get your photo. My photo of choice, why, is some Halo photo. I don't know why. It's just what came to mind when I thought of new backgrounds. And so you're going to want to get your new file folder, new photo, and come over here onto. I'm using Cloud Convert personally because you want to make sure it is a PNG and this is a JPEG. So you're going to want to drag and drop your new photo of choice, and you want to make sure that it is 1280 by 720. All right, those are the dimensions you want. All right, if they are not that, we are going to have to change it. And so that is what we're going to use as Cloud Convert for. So you're going to want to go over here, click on Convert, click on PNG. And then you're going to want to click on this wrench icon and put in 1280 720. And then okay. And then convert. And it's going to do its thing. Wow, look at that. Doesn't that look great? And so now, there you go. You're going to want to drag and drop it into your photos. So, yeah, RES images, and you're going to want to drag and drop it into that. Okay, and then you're going to want to go up to whatever one you're going to replace it with. And how I personally always do it is rename, and then just copy, and then just delete it, and then come over here, and then rename and paste. Boom, there you go. So this is my new wallpaper right there. And so you're going to want to do that with, all these. So you're going to want to come up here again and look through all of these. The about, that's going to be one you're going to want to change as well. Details, you're going to want to change that one. But just a heads up about this one, because this one is screwed up. With this one, this is when you are going to click on a game and you are about to load it up. And so I had to go through and recreate this. Scroll content, switch game, add to my favorites, all that, because there's no way that I could see to add that back in. So I had to create that. And I like it, but so once you do that, then you're going to want to eject the thing and then put it back into your system. So I will see you there. So you can see here, I have my new wallpaper here. Alright? And it doesn't look horrible, but it doesn't make me feel like I'm playing Atari. But, so there you go. And so if you do not do what I was saying, where you got to go through and rename the background about and all that, once you go over here and you scroll down, then you're going to immediately get these other photos that come up. And it's not going to look as nice, in my opinion. If it's not that big of a deal to you, don't worry about it. But there you go. Then you are completely done. You are able to play whatever the heck you want without any issues. So, yeah. I hope you found that useful. And if you have any issues, let me know. But yeah, so I hope you guys have a great night, and I hope this helped you out. If it did, give it a like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Thank you, and have a good night.